see you.
Avatar: Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney+. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Yeah! Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney+.
It will be an adventure for the whole family.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar: Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney+. Rated PG-13.
Live, Laugh, Larceny discusses true petty crimes that may be disturbing to some.
Or could be easy listening to all you psychopaths out there.
All stories are based on actual events, but details may vary.
Listener discretion is not advised.
Live,
Laugh,
Larceny. Welcome to Live, Laugh, Larceny. Eating gummy bears ass first since 1990. This is Trevin.
And I'm Amanda. Wow, have I been doing it wrong all these years? I'm pretty sure I eat the heads off.
Oh, you've been doing it wrong.
Oh, wow. Okay, I feel ashamed.
Tell us in the comments, you eating your gummy bear's ass first or what?
Or just tearing that head off like a savage. So, Trevin.
Yes.
What is your dreadful dilemma this week?
My dreadful dilemma does have to do with another nostalgic thing.
Okay.
As we said last week, something about That's Pretty Dark coming on our show really knocked a few things loose for both of us, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because of my research on that show, I fell down a little bit of a rabbit hole, which started me drinking a new drink.
Oh, okay.
So yes, the 1990s thing, was thinking about gummy bears, thinking about 90s stuff.
Oh, no. Did you find Tang?
I did. It is a kick in a glass. I did not find Tang. I do remember being a little unsure about it. I think I was just really shitty at stirring it up, so it was always a little chalky, or maybe it just always was chalky. But that is one thing that keeps me from wanting to relive it, because my memory of it's not great.
Okay.
So I was talking to Emily about sodas and discontinued sodas, and I said, "Girl, did you ever have Slice?" And she said, "No, I never had it." Do you remember Slice?
I don't know. I need to see a picture of the can. I'm going to look it up.
Make sure you look up 90s Slice soda.
Oh, yes. It was kind of like the off-brand during the time.
Was
right?
that off-brand?
I think it was.
Oh, I thought it was the shit. I didn't know that.
I think it was.
It's so much simpler in my brain. The art, it was more white space and the fruit was smaller. But then when you see the can, it's just so loud with the black background and the fruit colors and stuff.
Right. I don't know. Maybe I just always assumed it was an off-brand. Maybe it was like its own thing.
It could be an off-brand. I'm not really entirely sure.
Go on. What about Slice? Do they still have it?
So Emily has been drinking these functional sodas. I don't know if you're into these or if you know people who are.
Like the probiotic ones?
Yeah, the
and...
prebiotic sodas and stuff that are like 30 calories per can.
Yeah, I like Poppy and things like that.
Yeah, Emily drank Poppy years ago. Now she's moved over to Olipop and these other ones. And I noticed that when she goes to get them, next to them, there are these cans of Slice. It has a very simple look to it. Compared to what the 90s look is, it's like I wouldn't think they were related at all.
Interesting.
So I looked it up because every once in a while, to have a little something flavorful without needing an alcoholic beverage, I'll drink one of these. And was like, I'm going to look up this Slice thing. Are these things related? They are. The company got bought and then flipped to be a functional soda.
Interesting.
So then I thought, well, I guess I should try it. I should sample and see if, if it's still the same recipe. I mean, my brain doesn't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But compared to like Olipop and these other ones, I think it's better. I guess it said Slice was the only soda back then that used like a certain amount of fruit juice in the soda that made it good.
Oh.
So maybe they're still following that same trend with these and making it more juice forward. I really like it. They even have a cola flavor, which they never did before, I don't believe.
Yeah.
They have one that's like a Fresca, all the fruit flavors, and Shirley Temple.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, I love a good comeback story, okay?
Yeah.
Slice, so welcome to the table, or the refrigerator, should I say.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say Harry Potter, but like almost like one of those things where it changes with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, the soda, you're coming with me now that I'm getting up to being middle-aged and worry about my gut. Like, quit being a sugary drink and come help my tummy and make me feel young again.
We are getting older, aren't we, Trevin?
Yeah, there's the dilemma.
Well, that is dreadful. I, too, have a dreadful dilemma. It could be looked back, most of us, as nostalgic, but that's not how I'm really looking at it right now. I'm looking at it in frustration. I just went back to school shopping with my children. It was tax-free weekend.
Oh, shit. Did I need to buy something fun?
I mean, it's
the weekend's
okay.
over.
It's okay that you didn't, because let me tell you, it was a shit show in the Walmart up here. Trust me, I don't even want to shop at Walmart, but
I don't want to shop at all ever anymore.
But things are so damn expensive. I thought maybe that would be a safe bet to get the kids their things at a reasonable price on tax-free weekend. No, it wasn't reasonably priced. Even then.
Did they just like jack the prices up for tax-free weekend? They're like, you guys save tax money? Well, guess what? Now everything costs more.
I feel as though they did.
Surge pricing, yeah.
Because normally I would never be one of those people that would get on the prices right and be good at guessing prices and how they would like have to total things up. Not in this day and age specifically. But I always felt like Jordan had he was better at that than me. And so every time we go to the grocery store, like we'd be like, how much do you think it is? How much? And he was always like pretty good at it, unfortunately.
Ooh, I can relate so hard to that. My mom always had like the price of everything memorized and had me trained to where we could, even with my old roommate, we would guess the entire total of the whole cart and I would be like off within about $6.
Damn.
Yeah, those were the days.
Hey, those were the days. They are not the current days. We got backpacks for each girl when he's going to preschool. She didn't really need a list of things, but she still wants to be included. So I think the only other thing for Winnie was like a pencil box because she wanted a pink glittery one. And I was like, sure, how can I resist? But I got just a few things for her and then all the stuff for a third grader shopping supply list and then got them a couple outfits. And I asked Jordan, like, how much do you think it was? He was $100 below what it cost.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Like, come on. That is shocking. And I hate to be like just another one of those parents that's out here complaining. I love my kids. I know I need to get stuff for them. And I know that like before you have kids, you have to think about that. Like it's an expense, but I've done this whole back to school thing a few times now. And it's never been like this.
Yeah.
Like this was like different. Okay, people. And it was shocking.
Yeah, like ever since we got back from Vegas, I feel it in everything. It's just everything is out to suck our money away from us.
Yes. Very scary.
Yeah, I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, I feel that too. Very scary because it was so crowded. Jordan stayed with the cart. And at one point, he was like wandering around. He says he was looking for deals. I think he was just trying to stay away from the crowd.
In the ladies' brassiere section. Is this where this is going?
But here I am, like in this jam-packed aisle, clinging to both child's hands, like, don't get lost in the fog, It was very stressful.
And
so
he's wandering.
And I would just be like, Jordan! And finally, I'd find be like, where the hell have you been? I got like sucked into this weird mosh pit of school supplies.
Could you not do like online ordering?
I probably could have, but honestly, in years past, Lila's really enjoyed going and picking out her stuff. It's like a fun thing that we go and do.
Yeah.
But it was just so stressful this time around that, maybe next time that's what we'll do.
Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, baby, capitalism.
Capitalism and crowds.
Yeah.
2 C's I don't like.
Well, speaking of capitalism,
Yeah.
there's not ads yet. But we do have Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
I know we don't do Would You Rather very often. A lot of the times we like to do things that like teach our listeners things and do like crazy facts. But This week, I did kind of bully Trevin into it. I mean, not bully, but you know what I mean.
I gave you 2 options.
You
picked
gave me the option, and I chose it for very specific reasons. So I am curious to see what you came up with.
Well, I actually do have a would you rather that's sort of a hybrid of a killer fact would you rather.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't trying to skew the rules, but as I was thinking of my would you rather, this was in the back of my head, and I wasn't actually going to use it.
Okay.
But then I thought, as a would you rather, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And actually goes perfectly with the 2 C's that you're afraid of.
Oh,
one of those.
Capitalism and crowds?
Yes, and definitely the first one. And so I saw this little article in the news recently. And before we even go into the would you rather, which I think you'll be able to figure out what it is once I tell you this article.
Okay.
I'm coming from New York Post here. This happened on July 26th, so very recently. I saw the headline, and I just thought, I get it. I get you, girl.
Oh, okay. I love a good headline that really gets us.
Yes. So here's the article. A nurse impaled himself on a trekking pole in a freak hiking accident and miraculously climbed 10 miles down Montana's tallest mountain for help, with the rod sticking out of either end of his torso the whole time. David Cifaldi, a 32-year-old emergency room nurse, was 11,800 feet into climbing Granite Peak with his 2 friends last Monday when he suddenly slipped and landed on the pole. Quote, I just slipped on some rocks, he told the outlet. It was just kind of a freak thing. After getting up, he noticed one of his trekking poles had cleanly pierced through his side. I think my nurse brain clicked on, he said. As soon as I was able to self-assess and establish that it was not life-threatening right now, I was pretty convinced I was going to get off the mountain under my own power. Cifaldi and his pals decided to leave the pole lodged in his body and hike more than 10 miles over rugged terrain, descending over the peak's boulders and snowfields to reach the trailhead to get help. One friend used a satellite communicator to contact local search and rescue, while another stayed with him to help him navigate the crucial trek. Cifaldi reached the trailhead after 6.5 hours and was taken to a hospital before being transferred to Intermountain Health in Billings, where the pole was finally removed. I feel very lucky, he said. A couple inches the other way, and this would be a different story. Okay, so he is back and recovering, facing significant medical bills. That he's got a GoFundMe right now, and his goal is currently $10,000. But in some articles, he had said the reason why he did that walk was because he didn't want to pay more medical bills and having to get a helicopter ride, an ambulance, all that business.
Wow.
So my simple question is, would you rather walk 10 miles in rugged terrain for 6.5 hours with a pole impaled through your torso, or go in the medical debt of he was going to have to be airlifted if he didn't at least get to the trailhead? So it wasn't even ambulance. We're talking helicopter.
Well, I mean, when you were telling this story, I was immediately putting myself in this guy's position and just trying to think it through. Because I am not in the medical field, anything that pierced me, I would think is life or death.
I get that.
So I think it's quite funny that he was just able to look down and be like, oh, this is not, like, one of my organs isn't going to burst. For me, I'm just clueless about all of it. So I feel like I would just be like, I'm surely going to bleed out and die. Like, I would think worst case scenario.
Let's say you, me, and our friend Nurse Molly are on a walk and we both just got impaled together. And it's like, uh-oh, what you guys gonna do? And Molly knows, she's like, you guys are both non-life threatening.
Okay.
You know you're in good hands,
okay,
but you still are gonna have to make a 6.5 hour walk. And I'm sure you're still gonna be freaking out, no matter how sure you are. Maybe as a nurse can keep it cool. I mean, he did take selfies on the way down, so.
I am such a damn drama queen, though. Like,
I feel like,
I just, first of all, I don't see myself making a 10-mile hike for fun not being impaled. Let alone being impaled for me. I don't know, Trevin, but that medical debt is terrifying.
Yes.
I would just be like, no, send the helicopter.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I've been in situations with you where it's like, yeah, you can be a little drama queen in situations where it's like if you're not comfortable or like, I could see how this is actually a good question because it's going to show how different we are.
Yeah.
But
I knew you would pick the opposite.
Would pick the opposite.
Yeah. Because you don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I would just be like, no, I'm about to die. Don't you understand? I think you would be more like, I would rather die than make a whole big deal out of this whole thing.
I don't want to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
I don't want to get everybody. It's like, oh, the emergency people are probably trying to take a break right now, dude. I don't want them to have to get in their helicopter.
Yeah. And also, you work out way more than I do, so like you could handle the hike.
Oh man, with the adrenaline, I think, I think a 6-hour walk, 10-mile. I mean, I'm not saying I would be like a champion, but I think I could do it, especially if it was also like saving me a social situation.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And money too. It's not even just the money. Honestly, if you told me I will give you what you want for free, you just have to like make a phone call, I'd be like, it's too bad I can't just have what I want.
I know. No, I think we're very different in that way. I think I would just be like, send the troops. I'm impaled.
Send the whole National Guard.
Send them all.
Oh, here, I'll show you a picture.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Nope. This confirms it for me.
I guess I didn't explain it on the mic for people.
I was picturing it being a little bit worse than what it looks like, but still, even with it looking like this, it's a big nope. That is the longest pole. That is so long.
Well, it's one of those walking poles.
Yeah, no. I'm not coordinated to do a normal hike, let alone to navigate a weird long-ass pole.
You wouldn't have to do too much. You just couldn't bring this left arm all the way back to regular position.
No,
You'd be kind of hunched forward a bit.
I simply couldn't.
It's like in his side, kind of behind and under his left armpit. It goes through his back, just probably a little below his left shoulder blade, probably at the very end of back of his ribs. So it's all just in the left side, but where it comes out, his left arm, we would have to keep his shoulder crooked forward a bit to keep from like accidentally hitting it and then like moving it.
No
but
way.
Other than that, I mean, he's got full motion.
No way. There's no way. So yeah, we're definitely different. Wow. My Would You Rather was inspired by a recent viral event. And then once I discovered another really crazy one that happened before, I was like, this would make a perfect Would You Rather between the two. So we're really both doing this Would You Rather completely differently than normal, but that's fine. That's fun.
Yeah, isn't it nice when we can still be creative and reinvent ourselves?
After all these years, this Would You Rather is between two separate QVC fails.
Ooh.
Have you seen the recent QVC fail with the woman wearing the hair and accidentally calling it a blowjob instead of a blowout? Have you not seen it?
How recent are we talking?
Oh, it's recent.
I feel like I saw maybe a headline about it. I didn't know what it was about.
Oh my God.
I love to show the texture and this wave pattern. Again, it looks like you went and got a blowjob at your blowout at your salon. Oh my God. And it looks beautiful.
She doesn't want to turn around.
All right, so here's what's happening today.
Like she
We're having a
doesn't turn
huge
around and then she just kind of like sinks to the floor.
The way she sings reminds me of the Coldplay couple and the way they sing.
Yeah,
Who sank better?
That's true. And so on August 5th, 2026, wig designer and entrepreneur Toni Brattin suffered a hilarious viral slip of the tongue during a live QVC broadcast. While demonstrating the texture and the wave of the Salon Select wig, she accidentally told viewers that the piece made it look like they just went and got a blowjob at the salon instead of blow out.
Is this if I would rather have a blowjob or a blowout?
He's like, blowout, for sure.
This hair needs work.
Also, I found another really epic QVC fail. This one is a little bit older, but I want to see which one you would rather blooper, I guess.
We used to always let the dogs come and sleep with it on the air mattress too, or the air bed, because it works.
Yeah, so this one is actually 40% more puncture resistant. So if you've got pets who love it, and I have
except for that one time when maybe don't go on it with people.
Oh no,
Wow, the other lady didn't even react that much.
The second option is during a live broadcast on QVC, a presenter demonstrating a puncture-resistant aerobed air mattress stepped onto it wearing high heels. The sharp heel punctured the surface, causing the air mattress to suddenly pop and deflate, sending the host tumbling to the floor in a memorable blooper. So, Trevin, my question is basically, would you rather misspeak live on QVC like that lady did with the blowjob, or would you rather pretty much do something more like physical where the bed pops and you fall down on live TV? Which one?
Oh, I think you already know what I'm going to pick.
I know. I think I do.
I'll give the blowjob. But I misspeak all the damn time. I am very good at it.
And luckily, though, this is not live, our show, and you
Yeah.
have the editing capabilities. Whereas, like, yeah, QVC, if you say it on there, it's on there.
I do want to get better at being live. And I mean, back in the day, I used to do improv a little bit. And like, improv scares me, but I do want to try to do a little bit of live stuff again and feel that excitement again. I need the excitement back in my life.
There you go.
But live does also scare me because, yeah, coming up with stuff like that, and sometimes you can be the entertainment without being the entertainment you meant to be. That video was cool. I didn't really explain it while I was watching it. When the lady was on top of it and it punctured, the other lady's legs buckled on the bed and completely just stayed up, and she just kept rolling with it.
Yeah.
And that's something that doing this show now, my brain's first response isn't keep rolling.
Right.
When we have guests and stuff, I always tell people to be chill. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. I can stop and chop and do anything. Don't you worry. But being live would be different.
It's so different. But hey, we made it through our live show at CrimeCon, so
yeah.
I don't know which one. I know because I brought this to the table, I should know which one I would rather, right?
Right.
I think they both come with a lot of risk just because the popping of the air mattress, it was supposed to be an unbreakable air mattress, which is dumb in itself because come on.
That's true. That also hurts your product sales.
It does. It hurts your sales. It makes the brand look bad. It makes you look bad. You look dumb in multiple ways, right? Like the way you talked about it, the way you stood on it in a high heel. Mm-hmm. And then also, like, I have a really weak tailbone. If I fell in an instance like that, that would probably really hurt not only my ego, but also my back. I don't know. I might have to agree with you, even though the blowjob, obviously people are like making the funniest videos right now about it. Like I've seen so many parodies. It's playing like the real clip on the top. And then at the bottom, it's somebody wearing her wig, but showing the POV from the other side, like her face and her reaction being like, oh my God, you know? Yeah, I'd probably have to do the funny blowjob one.
I'm totally down with that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Know? Just blame the teleprompter.
At least you're not making your wigs look bad, you know? And it probably brought a lot of eyes to her and to her wig business. So, I mean, hey, I'm with you.
I mean, if I was a QVC person at this point, I'd try to go viral by making something mess up. I bet somebody bought that wig that wasn't going to buy it.
Guaranteed.
Unfortunately, I bet a lot of people didn't buy that bed, though. Not only does it make the product look bad, but like the people who made the product are probably going to yell at you so bad.
And you probably
like,
make zero
did
sales.
You wear heels on it, you.
Yep.
This was my one shot at getting my beautiful bed out to the world.
True. Well, I'm glad we can agree on that. Let's see if we can agree on these upcoming ads. Why don't we?
And we are back. I was just thinking, both of our segments were very capitalism forward, both about products and selling things.
That's true. We're kind of going against what we believe in by continuing this conversation, but hey, that's fine.
Oh, well. Well, today, I have got a crime story. You know, I'm kind of speechless on this one. It's one that I easily could have said, nah, I'm not going to make that a story. And honestly, I thought about it. Midway through making it, I thought about it. Maybe even when I was done, I thought about it.
I've definitely had that in the past.
I like making stories that kind of remind me of other times. And there's something about this story that feels nostalgic because sometimes these wild dudes just do some stuff, some crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, expect the unexpected. It's a man's world.
Oh, no.
I think that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Buckle up, and here we go. Have you ever had one of those days where it's just not working? Like all of it. You get up on the wrong side of the bed, your shoes on the wrong feet, you step in cat puke, and you catch your wife playing footsie with your children's birthday entertainment. Bad days have a tendency of escalating from inconvenient to urgent, dinky to dreadful. A few small occurrences can be corrected, but once you look back at multiple letdowns, that's when it's too late. You've reached the point of no return. From there, the day takes on a life of its own. Every decision feels a little worse than the last. Every inconvenience stacks on the one before it. Before long, you're no longer steering the day. You're just hanging on, hoping it doesn't somehow get even stranger. Because let's face it, by the time you notice you're having one of these days, you're already in it. Today's criminal is about to discover that the point of no return arrives much earlier when your morning begins with a felony. Because when you commit your first crime before lunchtime, whatever comes next is usually the kind of thing that earns its own police report. Between an alarm and leaving the bed, there resides a calmness rarely felt, a single fleeting moment of bliss and tranquility. The quiet that once might have creeped you out now soothes, and somehow, your stiff body finds a way to make the same position you've been in for 5 hours feel comfortable again. This liminal space is where we meet our main character, Mark, clinging to every second he has before going to work. As long as he kept his feet on the bed, he was safe. But the longer he waited, the more he felt the shame of being late, and he had a dog to feed. Without any chance to lose his nerve, Mark bit his lip and pressed his feet to the cold, hard floor. From there, bad luck took the wheel. His morning shower never rose above Arctic temperatures. His burnt toast sat heavily in his stomach, and while brushing his teeth, he got a toothpaste stain on his favorite work shirt. Mark looked at himself in the mirror, unsure if he recognized the face staring back. Was 47 too old to sport a toothpaste stain on his shirt? He had plenty of shirts, but only one favorite. He looked at himself from a few different angles.
Fuck it. It's just work.
Mark grabbed his work planner and headed out the door. During his walk, he checked on the day's tasks. A single assignment written in red pen, 66 Ninny Puss Lane, a cottage in Lidbrook. Luckily, just a short walk from where he already was. A teen passed from the sidewalk ahead.
Nice shit!
Mark covered his left nipple and made a hunched speed walk toward Lidbrook. He twisted and scratched at his tit anxiously, trying to hide the evidence from the rest of the world. Most of the white residue had disappeared by the time he reached the cottage, but he couldn't stop thinking about it. Mark was mentally exhausted. He entered through the back window and made his way to the living room. Surrounded by another person's belongings, Mark couldn't find anything worth taking. He made a note in his planner to start writing down the items to burgle from each house. Looks like the bad luck continued. A day of work, and nothing to show for it. As he began to wander the house, rummaging for goods, so did his mind. That kid had to have been mocking him. How many people had he passed before that kid spoke up? Were they all laughing behind his back?
Maybe I'll just call it an early day,
Mark said, snapping himself out of a mindless Facebook scroll. He walked toward the back door before stopping himself. There was no leaving a house you break into empty-handed. That's a lesson Mark learned at a very young age. On one final scan, Mark grabbed the first thing he saw, a flashlight, and left. Returning home, Mark defeatedly opened his theft drawer and tossed the flashlight inside.
All that for a torch.
He walked over to the counter and made himself a ham and cheese. But as he prepared to eat it, staring blankly into the kitchen sink, he thought about his terrible day. Then he looked over at his theft drawer, still lying open. There was the orange flashlight, lying atop 23 other stolen flashlights.
I don't deserve this ham and cheese.
His stomach groaned, as if his body also rejected accomplishments. With more work to be done, Mark put his sandwich in a baggie and took his dog Stinky to search out his next assignment. As he made quick assessments of different houses' security and visibility from the road, his mind kept coming back to the shirt and how he never should have left his bed this morning. Here he was, hungry, sad, and becoming increasingly aware of just how much of a failure he'd become. No matter how far he walked, he couldn't escape the feeling that the day was against him, until a shiny reflection in the distance interrupted his pity party. Mark veered from his path, surprised no one else had seen the blinding sight. As he approached, even a closer look didn't help.
Is that a bomb?
Stinky looked at him, panting in his usual way. He inspected the heavy metal ball, unsure of its origin. It looked unsafe,
I would find a bloody bomb today, wouldn't I?
He sighed.
What's one more thing?
Mark picked up the bomb and placed it in his pocket, while Stinky looked in horror. The more Mark tried to outwalk his mistakes, the more tired he became. He was parched and in need of a restroom. Although people were a large part of his anxiety for today, the Lydbrook Social Club felt like a good place to stop before making his way back home.
Welcome to the social club.
You mind if I let my dog post up by the door for a minute?
Oi, go on. What can I get for you?
I'll take a gin and tonic.
Coming right up. So how's your night going, stranger?
I'm having the most terrible day. It started bad, got worse, and just hoping the bad luck is done. Thank you so much. I don't have any money. You wouldn't believe it. I just have to get through my day. But the fucking toothpaste. Oh, the toothpaste! And this stupid kid laughed at my shirt. And then I found this bomb I've been carrying around. And my stomach's been killing me. And my dog...
Wait. A bomb?
Yeah. I found it and thought I'd just take it everywhere I go.
Hey, Julie. Didn't you say you're needing to close?
Yeah, that's right. Company policy. Completely forgot.
Bollocks. Well, can I use your restroom real quick?
Sure, but only number ones. I don't want to scrub again.
Mark made his way into the social club's restroom and relieved himself. He looked at himself in the mirror, the toothpaste stains still faintly visible on his shirt. Gripping the bomb in his pocket, he wondered which would explode first between him and it. After washing his hands, Mark exited the restroom and crossed the main bar area.
I guess since you're closing, I must be going.
The bartender stood talking to the patron from before.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Gotta close. You have a nice evening. I'll take care of your drink.
Mark continued out of the bar, feeling the eyes of everyone around him. He couldn't help but notice that he was the only one leaving. Everyone else looked comfortable. As he got out the door to untie Stinky, Mark noticed the business's hours. They were still open for another hour. The pain in his gut kicked in again. He pressed a closed fist deep into his stomach. Mark doubled over, catching a glimpse through the side window. They were laughing. The patron from before and the bartender laughing at a social club. The humiliation boiled inside of him, slowly being consumed by his shitty day. Mark looked back at Stinky before lurching toward the building. He leaned against the wall and dropped his pants. He found a way to pay for his drink. With a mud pie splattered across the side of the building, Mark raised a middle finger.
Fuck this social club!
He slipped his hand into his jacket pocket, pulling out his bag sandwich. He looked at his pathetic burnt bread, a meal he never deserved, a meal that probably wouldn't have been very satisfying anyway. Mark peered deep into the soul of the Lydbrook Social Club. He unsheathed the ham and cheese sandwich and wiped his ass with it.
And fuck this sandwich!
Mark pulled up his pants and grabbed Stinky. After a few awkward steps to situate his irritated anus away from the toasted bread, the two made their way toward their flat, prepared to give tomorrow another try, while the patrons of the social club watched in horror from the window. On February 13th, 2024, 47-year-old Mark Mortimer defecated on the outside wall of the Lydbrook In-District Community Social Club in Gloucestershire, England, before wiping his ass with a sandwich from his pocket. According to reports, Mortimer arrived around 8:30 p.m. with a dog and began acting strangely. He asked to use the bathroom, asked for a drink despite saying he had no money, and at one point claimed he had a bomb in his pocket. Staff determined the supposed bomb was actually a large metal ball and eventually pretended the club was closing because they wanted him to leave. That's when the shitting occurred, prompting calls to police. Police quickly caught up with Mortimer near the club and arrested him. But the bizarre incident wasn't Mortimer's first crime of the day. Earlier that same day, he broke into a cottage in Lydbrook and stole a Ryobi torch worth £100. He later pleaded guilty to burglary and the theft, along with the public indecency offense. Mortimer was sentenced on July 1st, receiving 6 weeks in prison for the public indecency charge and another 6 weeks for the burglary and theft. The 2-week sentences were ordered to run concurrently, meaning they were served at the same time. So despite receiving 2 6-week sentences, Mortimer's total sentence was 6 weeks. Mortimer was also convicted of an unrelated affray from October 2024 and received a 4-month prison sentence for that offense. However, he was released because he had already spent enough time in custody. How's that for a bad day? And the scariest thing about a bad day like Mark's, it doesn't come with a warning. There's no alarm, no ominous change in music, no voice telling you today is the day it all changes. You just wake up, you get out of bed, and somewhere along the way, you cross a line you didn't know was there. The point of no return. I wish I could give you some words of wisdom in case you ever find yourself on a path similar to Mark's. Unfortunately, if that day comes, you're as good as fucked. So keep waking up to good days. Keep better notes in your planner. And please, keep your shit sandwiched to yourself.
Okay, wow. He did a number 2 when she specifically asked him not to.
Hey, she didn't want to scrub the restroom, so he did it on the wall outside.
Hey, that is just as much, if not more, scrubbing that would need to be done.
I know, but maybe that's not her department. Maybe she only cleans the inside of the building.
Oh my.
So this is a real random time.
When did this happen? What year?
It was in February of 24.
Okay.
But his sentencing for the defecating just happened.
Interesting. It takes time to get shit done.
Something like that. It was kind of hard to follow. He had already been sentenced for the cottage theft. So somehow, I guess the court date for that happened sooner.
Okay.
So that got figured out. And then he didn't show up to the court date for the pooping the first time. And then he had another crime somewhere. And then, yeah, they finally got him in there. That was all he got was 6 weeks. And that was kind of interesting, too. And I believe we've had another crime like this. And I maybe didn't explicitly say it at the time, or maybe I did and I just completely forgot it. But I feel like the UK seems to do these concurrent things.
Right.
I'm not familiar with that being a thing. It sounds like they're giving mercy to the criminal. And I imagine we don't do that here in the States.
Yeah.
But yeah, to run concurrently and be like, oh, okay, this would give you 6 weeks, this would give you 6 weeks. Well, you got them at the same time, you just do 6 weeks.
Yeah. We don't hear that around these parts.
Yeah, that would stack up. You would get like a bonus extra week. Buy 2, get an extra week free or something.
Yeah. I know, that is kind of interesting. So it was true that they kind of kicked him out because he was acting crazy, right? Like that whole part.
Yeah.
Like the bomb probably freaked people out.
Yeah.
Little did they know he had another bomb building
in his belly.
Yeah.
From the article, I'll give you everything I have.
Okay.
Yeah, that was basically it. He brought the dog with him. He asked for a drink, started running his mouth, saying weird stuff, mentioned the bomb. That made people uncomfortable.
Okay, yes.
He asked if he could use the restroom. They did pretend to get him out the door.
Okay.
I don't know if he did this because he felt that they were faking it with him.
Yes.
I'm not really quite sure what led to him shitting on the side of the building.
Right.
I don't know if it was a mental health crisis
Right.
or what. I would say that nothing from the articles make it seem that way.
Or maybe he was already intoxicated.
And they didn't say anything about drugs either.
See, that's what I'm wondering too, because it's giving, like when we left CrimeCon, there was a very drunk man in the Las Vegas airport.
Mhm.
And he even said weird comments to Jordan and I. Like he was making the people waiting feel uncomfortable, the staff, people eating, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell that they probably wanted to kick him out, but then you have to deal with like the aftermath sometimes of kicking somebody out.
They make a bigger scene when
yes. So anyway, I just assumed he was probably drunk already, but they didn't even mention that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't mention that. I mean, he probably was. I mean, I would
Yeah.
assume in the real story,
Yeah.
he probably was, but that information was never given. There's no picture of the poop on the side of the building, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay.
There's no videos, unfortunately.
That's okay. We can imagine.
I don't really know if it was a projectile shit either. I don't know if his cheeks were
Like the
pressed
shards
on
on
it.
the wigs. We knew that was.
Yeah.
This, debatable. I mean,
Yeah.
it's on a wall, so you feel like it'd have to be a little bit.
Yeah.
Or on a door.
When I saw defecating on a wall, well, actually, honestly, when I read it first, I thought it was just that he went to the bathroom, destroyed the bathroom, and wiped his ass with a sandwich.
Yeah, the shit sandwich just really took it to another level.
But then after a little bit of research, I'm seeing like, oh no, he did this outside on the building. Then I thought, okay, now I am going to write this because that's random.
Yeah.
But he did actually go to a cottage earlier that day. He did steal a flashlight, which that was just a joke I was making in the thing, that he's just a terrible robber and that he keeps not wanting to finish his workday. So he just keeps grabbing the first thing. And it just happens to always be flashlights.
That was pretty funny.
I assume he's probably broken the houses before, but
yeah. Hey, that's why we say these are based on true crimes. We have to connect these dots.
Yeah.
No one is going to do it for us. We must.
Nobody's going to do it. But he's still, I mean, you break into a house. And I mean, like, no matter what his past is, you broke into a house and only stole a flashlight. Like, it couldn't have been that nice. Like, anything.
Anything else.
I guess if you really kind of think about it, though, in our world, like, most of the stuff has value to it because it's ours.
Yeah.
You could steal my TV. That's a lot of effort. And, like, are you going to get that much from my TV?
Right.
No.
It would be like smaller electronics.
Like, steal my phone. That's
jewelry,
a better thing to steal.
You know, if there's any cash. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't even have any of those things I just listed, really. I have a phone.
Yeah, like my phone, my electronics, like even my computer probably isn't worth that much.
Yeah, find someone else.
Like if I was going to break into a house, it was like reverse shopping spree. You have a short amount of time, steal something that you think's worth a lot of money.
Flashlight.
And you're in a house that you're not used to. Like, where's the first thing you're going to go? I mean, like, go in a bedroom and just hope you find a jewelry case, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Or at least tried that. But I feel like a lot of our stuff isn't that valuable anymore.
Yeah. Honestly. Wow. Well, that was silly. And yeah, we definitely have some connections.
The shit sandwich, as you said.
Yeah. That is just the shitty cherry on top.
I don't understand what would lead a person to not only shit on a wall, but then also pull a sandwich from your own pocket, unsheath it, and then wipe your dirty butt right there with a sandwich.
No, that is a bold move. A very bold move. That's why I'm like, he had to be drunk.
He had to be.
Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like most people wouldn't be able to shit out in public. I mean, and maybe I'm biased.
I can't even in a restroom out in public.
It's a big fear of mine. Like, I'm biased. I get it. But I feel like most people would have to be under the influence. And then to wipe your butt with a Sammy?
With a damn Sammy.
I can't.
I mean, that's why I figured it had to have been a dramatic thing, an internal battle of his own.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're like mad at a sandwich place. Like if you were in Subway and you were pissed and you wiped your ass with their sandwich, that's one thing. But there's something kind of like deep and sad about it that he brought his own sandwich to it, to a place. And in front of everybody, he wiped his ass with his own sandwich.
I mean,
it's very self-defecating, I would say.
Bonjour, compadre. It's the
Priceline Negotiator.
How do I negotiate so many great travel deals? My greatest gadget, the Priceline app. It's got hotel deals, flight deals, rental car deals, all of those deals in a bundle. Deals, game day deals, concert trip deals. No one deals more deals than Priceline. Hold your horses, there's more. The app lets you filter hotels by neighborhood, vibe, star level, and amenities like pools and spas and beachfronts and... Wait, I'm not done. Stop cutting me off.
Priceline.
Late night bites with friends? Already hard to beat. That first too hot bite of fries you couldn't wait for, followed by ice cold Pepsi. Now that hits different. Suddenly, the energy kicks back in, the night goes longer, and the laughs don't stop. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
Look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are digital, we are downloadable, we are streamable.
The fashion event of the year is certified fresh.
Pull yourself together, we have work to do.
Critics say it's smart and witty and the perfect sequel.
That's all.
Get runway ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rated PG-13.
Well, Trevin, I too have a bit of a stink on our hands over here today in the studio.
Oh, my damn girl.
But that's okay. It's different types, so we're fine, honestly.
It's about time we get a stink this year.
This is one of the first stories that I've ever done where I actually feel like you would relate to this story much more than even I can.
Ooh, it's about being a tough, burly man.
Hey, I can't spoil anything, okay?
That's fair,
but
that's fair.
I just feel like This may have been a thing that has been a dreadful dilemma of yours in the past, but this is like magnified times 1,000.
Okay. I don't know if I should be excited or scared.
I do think you'll enjoy, hopefully, my take on this story. It is kind of similar to yours, a little bit on the immature side. Kind of brings us, both of us, back to like our silly, petty, immature crime roots, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I like to kind of sway back and forth on the spectrum of silly and
yeah. Absolutely. So anyway, I've already said too much, and here we go. There comes a time in every human's life when they realize there are appropriate and extremely inappropriate times to let out a big fart. Examples of these no-nos are simple. You should avoid passing gas in quiet places, such as your local library.
Welcome to the library. How can I assist you? The public restrooms are in the back.
You should resist flatulence in small and confined spaces, such as your work elevator.
Going up to the top floor also, Tim?
Sure am. Ooh, pardon me.
And for your own success, it's best to refrain from breaking wind while trying to impress others, like on a first date.
Would you like another bite from the charcuterie board?
It looks like I already cut my own cheese.
Today's story is even more foul than the examples I just gave. Instead of a single accidental toot, this criminal became a serial stink bomb, eager to explode. It was a lovely morning during the year 2008 in Melbourne, Australia, as David Hinkst excitedly shuffled into his new job at construction engineering. It was a nice building on the outside, yet as soon as David stepped in, he caught a whiff of something unpleasant. Before he could dwell too much on the odor, a confident man approached him and introduced himself.
You must be David. My name's Greg Short, and I'll be your supervisor. Welcome to the team.
Greg extended his arm out to the side, introducing the room full of business bros behind him.
Hey guys, excited to be here.
Here at Construction Engineering, we specialize in construction of residential and commercial developments in the area. Your resume was very impressive. Now we just have to make sure you're a good fit for the brotherhood we've created here.
Greg put out his hand for David to shake, but once he did, his superior unleashed a loud and potent booty blast. David stood still, although all of his senses were telling him to run. The business bros and their boss Greg all let out bellowing laughs as the smell continued to spread.
Just a little thunder from down under, mate. Anyways, let's show you to your office.
David was happy to walk away from the scene of the stench as his boss guided him down the hallway.
This is you. I'll give you a few minutes to get settled in.
David's boss walked back towards the rest of the bros, leaving him alone to examine his new working quarters. The office was quite small and windowless. However, David preferred to have his own quiet space to focus on his work projects. He sat down at his desk and started logging into all the computer work programs. As he typed, he reflected on the offensive stunt his boss had pulled earlier. Maybe passing gas was just his way of hazing the new guy. Unfortunately, this was just the beginning of his boss's stinky behavior. It was quickly made apparent that Greg's gassy ass was a regular stunt around the office. He would erupt fanny foghorns during business meetings and busted ass as he stomped down the hallways. But his favorite place to let out an anal exhale was David's tiny office. The fart frequency only increased over time, as David had almost made it to 1 year of working at the company. He no longer referred to his boss as Greg. Instead, he called him Mr. Stinky. It was common for Mr. Stinky to let it rip somewhere between 5 to 6 times a day inside of David's office, prompting him to keep deodorant spray in his desk drawer. Even still, the stinky scent was a constant reminder of how rotten the job had become. Finally, David reached his breaking point and quit just before his first anniversary of working at construction engineering. Yet just like his former supervisor's smelly farts, the impact lingered. No matter where David went or what he did, the frequent and putrid memories of his time working for Mr. Stinky overtook the good times. 8 malodorous years later, the terrorizing scent still followed him at every turn. It was then that David decided to take the matters of the fart into his own hands. He filed a lawsuit against his former skunky superior. From May of 2008 to April of 2009, David Hengst worked at construction engineering in Melbourne, Australia, with Greg Short as his supervisor. 8 years later, in 2017, David filed a formal lawsuit suing his former boss, Greg, aka Mr. Stinky, for $1.8 million for the alleged bullying and repeated flatulence that took place at the job. David was quoted about the stinky behavior, stating, quote, "I would be sitting with my face to the wall and he would come into the room, which was small and had no windows. He would fart behind me and walk away. He would do this 5 or 6 times a day." David called Greg a serial offender who would regularly thrust his bum at him and fart inside his office. He claimed that the stench would prompt him to spray deodorant at his boss and that it caused him severe stress. David also claimed that his recurrent gas passing was a part of a conspiracy to make him end his employment. According to news.com.au, Greg Short testified during an 18-day trial that he may have done it once or twice, maybe, but not with the intention of distressing or harassing David Hengst. Ultimately, in April of 2018, Justice Rita Zammit of the Supreme Court of Victoria dismissed the case, saying that even if the flatulence had happened in a small windowless office, it would not necessarily amount to bullying. The judge went on to state that although there was some inappropriate behavior in the office, including passing wind, that it was typical banter or mucking around. David appealed the ruling, yet in March of 2019, the Court of Appeal officially rejected his final appeal and ended the legal battle once and for all. Some of the people we meet will leave a mark on our lives, while others will leave a stench. I encourage you all to avoid a similar and smelly tale of your own by bringing your own air fresheners wherever you go and never sitting downwind from your haters. Also, if your boss shows you his gassy ass from the beginning, believe him. If not, you could end up the butt of a pungent joke.
Wow. That is a crazy situation to be in. And yeah, I see what you're saying, like what you had said to me before you started. It's you're only getting one side of the story.
Right.
And that's fine because, I mean, we'll take one side of the story. It's still a story. You know? But I'm kind of reading between the lines the whole time you're telling me the story. And I'm thinking, are farts the perfect weapon for revenge? They don't leave a mark. They're sue-proof, you know? Like,
right.
You can't litigate a farter, apparently.
And farts can be great revenge in other ways, too. Like, you can always let one out and then blame it on someone else. Like
the dog.
Yeah.
I don't really need revenge on the dog, but
it's a really petty way to get revenge. Like I said, and like you just said, like you said that I just said, it is just one side. And from this guy's perspective, he's saying that his boss repeatedly would come into his small windowless office, and he really did call his boss Mr. Stinky, and he'd have to spray deodorant apparently at him, and would come in there 5 to 6 times a day and fart.
Yeah, like let's assume that his story is not fabricated at all.
That's what that's how I had to write it. That's the most humorous version.
Right. But what a bizarre situation. Like it'd be such a Twilight Zone situation. Literally being treated as your boss's fart closet. Like, hey Greg, what's happening? I had Brussels sprouts, and then just like walk right back out. I still expect that paper or, that report by a certain point.
Yeah.
Something I kind of think about in like today's world, it's like, if you're willing to go super low, you can get away with a lot of stuff because, like mantrums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't expect you to throw a tantrum as an adult. We don't expect you to continuously fart in my office to try to bully me.
Right.
Like there are certain things like that we don't have rules for because it's like, that's odd and like, that's just not good human acting.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of why I started it with like every human at some point realizes what's appropriate and I mean, you would hope for farting. But now playing devil's advocate, okay? And thinking, what if this is a fabricated story?
Okay, let's think about this.
And from the other side of the coin.
Being the boss and being surprised with getting served papers for weaponizing farts. What on earth?
No.
I've been wrongfully accused.
That would be honestly really horrible to be falsely accused of being a serial farter in the workplace. But also, it took him 8 years to officially file that lawsuit. Why? You have to ask yourself that. Why? I mean, in the way I wrote it was just that the excessive farting lingered. And maybe he finally just, and I know you shouldn't blame victims, like they say sometimes it takes a while to come forward, but I'm sorry. I feel like this is one of those cases that I'm not just going to reflect on being farted on every day 6 times a day and then wait 8 years.
That's a good point.
So that's a little weird to me. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. It's just kind of weird that he waited so long. And then, to be that boss 8 years later, that in his testimony, he said maybe once or twice on accident. What if he's just like this really old man that's passing gas left and freaking right and maybe not honestly knowing it? Maybe he wasn't like doing it intentionally to joke. And then 8 years later, get this in the mail that you're being sued.
Even without going as far as you did by giving him a soft, heartfelt story. Imagine if he's just a confident businessman who had a few confident farts and that's it. They weren't mean or aggressive in nature. They were just confident farts. I'm a strong man who can break wind. Like just a couple times, didn't mean anything by it. And then getting served that later. Like maybe he is still an asshole. I mean, he probably makes great money.
Honestly.
But like, I mean, and also think about that too, as the person coming forward. It's such a weird flip of the whole victim script because
I know.
It's like, it's hard to come forward about something like this too, because you're the person who says, this guy farted at me a lot and I am going to file a lawsuit on it.
Yeah.
You become the person who was offended by farts too.
I know. I can see like both sides, but obviously it's funnier to make it be what really happened.
The 8 months is still weird though.
The 8 years.
Or 8 years, sorry. The 8 years is crazy.
Years.
Like if you want any bit of proof on those farts, you want to act fast.
You want to act fast. Maybe capture one in a jar. I don't know.
They dissipate quick. Like you cannot wait around with farts.
I know. So that's a little interesting. And then the fact that it was dismissed makes it kind of, maybe they saw evidence, obviously, that they didn't put out in the public. I don't know.
And
like
making the second push, yes.
And then he was like, no. And then they again were like, no.
Dude, it's farts.
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I could see both sides. Regardless, if someone was really getting farted on all day long, that is awful.
Yeah. Like your story is so absurd in nature because any explanation is absurd and wild. Whether you lied to say your boss farted on you a bunch.
Right.
Whether you were a boss who was farting on somebody a bunch.
Right.
If you were just a person who cooked this up 8 years later to say that, it's like.
I know.
There's so many.
Because that's another thing. I was like, what if the business became super successful? And then he was like, maybe I can get some money out of my former boss. But then why choose farting? Of all things, it's a weird story.
I guess it's because you can't produce proof. Boy,
yeah,
but winning that would be hilariously weird if you were lying.
No, I no.
You ruin his life as a farter?
I know we've covered gassy stories before.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This one really was very odd to me.
It sort of feels like it's in the same genre realm as your poop elevator thing, because it's like, it's a silly little body thing, but there is a psychology behind it of either way, somebody's committing too far in one direction, and either one is very interesting, and I would love to know which one it is, because somebody's lying. Even if they're both half in, half out, that's weird too.
The whole thing is bizarre.
It makes me think that there's some sort of a farting bro club, and he was probably in it, and then they kicked him out.
And to remind everyone too, you once did a dreadful dilemma, how one of the business bros at work crop dusted you. I will never forget it, as you were either coming up or down a stair.
Fucker, yeah.
And he crop dusted you. And that is just so uncool.
On the stairs.
And I was like, Trevin's going to relate to this. As a guy who's worked with a bunch of farting business bros, he's going to know. He's going to have the answers. But it seems like you're kind of up in the air as well. Or do you kind of lean one way towards the other? Like, do you think this boss was really farting that much?
See, and one thing I've learned, the more I uncover the human experience and understand the parts of the world that we're not meant to see, the more I see just how much people in very privileged and high up situations don't have the same guardrails as us. And to where if you're a person who was born into an extremely rich family, you may never have to learn basic lessons because you just always had everything you wanted.
True.
So it is highly possible that somebody who just has a lot of money and is a boss could just be using somebody as a fart closet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's believable just enough.
If you've seen the show Succession, like somebody would fart closet somebody. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. And if it is, amazingly weird, but I just want to know which one it was. Because if you're a scammer who's just trying to get away with fart lies, that makes you not a very good scammer. You appealed it and still failed out on it.
I know.
But if you are a fart victim, I'm
so sorry
with you, man. That's terrible.
That is terrible. Wow. So connections this week. We had
many.
Stinky. We had bombs.
Yeah, characters with stinky names.
Yeah, we had...
Oh yeah, bombs and internal bombs waiting to explode. We talked about.
Exploding, stinky...
accents.
Poop bombs.
Farts,
fart
poops.
bombs. I mean, the whole thing stinks.
I mean, you and I definitely on the same wavelength. I think it does feel like cycles where it's like, I need to move away from it and then I come back into it. And you must just be feeling that like
literally
cycle.
It's like, oh, we haven't done like a stupid fart story in like too long is literally what I was thinking.
Yeah. I was like, I'm getting a little too deep with things. I need to step away.
Yeah.
Let's wipe my ass with a sandwich and see what happens next.
Wow, what an episode.
Yeah, this was fun.
We normally don't do back-to-back poo-related tales, but I'm loving it, and hopefully you guys weren't eating while listening.
Yeah, and like my story was, I try to like not overdo the poo, and also I like to make sure that each one I feel like I'm reinventing it. Yeah. So I thought this one, I wasn't trying to lean too heavy into like knowing that a poop twist was coming.
Right. I didn't know that at all.
So yeah, I was trying to make it more of a surprise poop, and then the sandwich made
Yours was. I pretty much gave people a warning from the top.
Yeah.
It's like, it's coming.
Which is good, because if we both had poop twists, it would have been different.
What the hell?
Yeah, like I twisted them with it, and then you're just like, now wade in it, baby.
It's coming. The stench is coming. Well, no matter what you guys are doing, I just hope you're having the best week. And remember, no matter the crime, big or small, in the end, we are all doomed.
Doomed to walk 10 miles to avoid an ambulance bill.
Bye.
See ya. Wee.
Instead of signing up for back to school, sign up for our Patreon for bonus content.
And what are your favorite QVC clips? Find us on social media and share those bad boys. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or Threads. Live, Laugh, Larceny.
What's the stinkiest crime you've ever been a part of? Send us your crimes to livelaughlarceny@gmail.com.
And give our show the same rating I would give the new Slice revival. It ages with me. Give us 5 stars wherever you rate your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Good Pods, anywhere.
It was common for Mr. Stinky.
Wait, so the boss called the guy Mr. Stinky?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. David called Greg the boss Mr. Stinky.
I was thinking, my God, farting all over him and then calling him Mr. Stinky. That would be a power imbalance. My God.
I see you.
Avatar Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney Plus. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney Plus.
It will be an adventure for the whole family.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney Plus. Rated PG-13.